with other fans of your favorite NBC shows. Share fun.
Girls, today we're going to learn about mammals, and I know that previously we had learned about the differences between vertebrates and invertebrates, and we know that mammals are a class in the animal kingdom. And today we're going to learn about different characteristics that are common in mammals, and you'll also be able to identify animals that are in the mammal class. And we'll also be able to learn about a few different subgroups within the mammal class on the animal kingdom. So, I'm going to hold up a picture. This is a little boy, and we have a rabbit. These are both mammals. Can anyone give an example of traits that they might have in common that would make an animal a mammal? Yes, Sarah?
They both have ears.
That's correct. They do both have ears. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to add? Right. Okay. Well, after a little bit of discussion, we would come up with these 5, 6 different traits that all mammals will have. All mammals have hair, and all mammals will nurse their young. These two are common in every mammal, no matter what. The last 4 are common in most mammals, but there are a few exceptions. Most mammals are warm-blooded, most bear live young, most have teeth and have 4 limbs. The limbs can be 2 feet and 2 arms. They can be 4 legs, how they walk around, or they can be fins and gills.
What about a tail?
A tail? That probably wouldn't count as a limb, Sarah, but that some mammals do have tails. Now, okay, sorry. I'm going to hold up a few flashcards, and we're going to pick out the characteristics. I'll leave this up so you can refer back to it in case you've forgotten. We already said that the rabbit has ears. What else on this chart can you see that this rabbit has?
Teeth.
Teeth, that's correct. The rabbit has fur, which is considered hair. And what about this owl?
Hair.
Actually, I think an owl.
Fur.
Feather, yes. Okay. And then I would go through these and we would pick out the different characteristics among the other animals. Okay. I'm going to mix up these flashcards, and we're going to see who knows which ones are mammals and which ones are not. So, if you think that the animal that is on the card is a mammal, raise your hand for yes. Don't raise your hand if you think no. So what about a bear? You can refer back to the traits like I mentioned before. That's right, class. But what about a fish? Do we think this is a mammal? That's right. A fish is not a mammal. It's a fish. What about an eagle? Is an eagle a mammal? Actually, I don't know. I think it is a mammal or bird. It's a bird. It's a bird. Alright, I'm terrible. Snake?
No.
That's right. A snake is not a mammal. And what about a pig, class? That's right. Pig is a mammal. And last we have a frog. We think a frog is a mammal? No, a frog is not a mammal. And later on in the week, we'll learn what these other classes are, like amphibians. We'll learn about that next week. Birds, fish, and reptiles. Now, there are many different kinds of mammals, and within the mammal class, we have different subgroups of mammals. Some of these subgroups are egg-laying mammals, toothless mammals, flying mammals, marsupials. Some examples of a marsupial would be, anyone?
Kangaroo.
That's right. A marsupial is a mammal that carries their young in its pouch. Now, to check the understanding I would hand this out. Of course, I didn't make my copies, but there's pictures of different animals on here, and the students would pick a letter corresponding to the subgroup, like insect-eating mammal, and then they would find the animal that is the instinct. Of course, I didn't do a very good job explaining all that, but we would have had a bigger discussion. And then I also thought for a test, like we did with the flashcards, instead of paper and pencil, they could just say yes or no, or explain why it is a mammal. And then also a neat homework assignment that I thought would be fun for this unit would have the students go home and come up with their own mammal or their own animal that has the traits that we learned about in class that isn't like a real animal. It's just something they made up. And when they come back to class the next day, they could do little presentations and say, you know, describe their animal that they made up. So
How
that's
about
it.
a library?